Since the Epstein case documents has come up after US judiciary has shared it to the world, everywhere there are shocking ways. There are different photos and a lot of victims of these entire case has come up upfrontly out there. One among these pictures has shocked every single body because of its actual mere existence and practicality of what is actually happening and how can it be very much possible out there. So this one person out there has been a billionaire, has been an enormously intelligent person, and one of the greatest scientists the world has ever seen. Yes, I'm talking about none other than Stephen Hawking. This man has been associated with the Epstein case, and this is the picture which is going viral right now. Everybody is making memes, everybody is enjoying the whole association between Epstein and Stephen Hawking. Today in this video, we are going to tell you what is the whole controversy about it. Was Stephen Hawking was also among the culprits out there who has been accused of raping minor girls, or should I say, come up with different experiments and doing dark things with all these Epstein victims. Well, let's break it down into small pieces of what really happened. But before moving forward, hello everyone, this is Shivichitranshi and you are watching Global Shark right now. So basically what happened was Stephen Hawking went to St. James Island. There was this whole party where 20 scientists came together and they were talking about their new experiments and all of it. It was a get together kind of a thing. But there's the loophole. The party was funded by Epstein. So that is why in this whole party, you'll see the lady, other scientists, and Epstein out there. And you can see Stephen Hawking is wearing a trench coat and, sitting near the pool side, having the barbecue thing in a very chill and relaxed mood because it was a party. But the party was funded by Epstein, which created a doubt that what was actually happening. And this whole picture came out in 2024, just after the release and whatever happened in 2019 with the Epstein case and everything. And this picture has been coming up with one question: was he really associated with the case? But let me tell you this one thing: if you go on the court proceedings and everything, you will get to know that it was nothing related to Stephen Hawking. In fact, Stephen Hawking has not been even accused of doing anything wrong to these minor girls. Not even the victim out there who have been claiming and writing names like Donald Trump and all other Bill Clinton that they have been doing these and these stuff with them. But Stephen Hawking's name was not taken out by any of the victims survived the Epstein case entirely. But there's this thing that how come Stephen Hawking get along with this entire case? Well, so basically, in 2019, there was a Yahoo inbox which came up in which there was this one chat box where Epstein was talking to his manager Maxwell, and he was saying that let's just remove Stephen Hawking's name from the underage orgy, or should I say this whole criteria where they were doing all of these things with minor girls. So they wanted to remove the name of Stephen Hawking. So that was the message sent by Epstein to Maxwell, his partner, and they were also talking about the money to disprove that Stephen Hawking was ever a part of Epstein Island and all of it. Now, I will give you this one whole gist that, okay, fine, Stephen Hawking were not related to all of this entire thing. Court proceedings have not accused Stephen Hawking of doing anything wrong or all of it like that. But the party was in 2006. And the whole case came up in 2019, and before that even actually the proceedings were happening, allegations were happening on this one particular person, Epstein. But do you tell me one thing, if the guy was doing so many heinous acts from such a long time, do you really think that 20 scientists out there and Stephen Hawking itself was not aware of the fact what Epstein was doing? And even after that, they were there in the party. There are also speculation and claims that Epstein was not just a human trafficker, but also he used to do different mental, or should I say dark, experiments with these girls. There have been pictures where we can see small little girls have been tied. There were tape on their mouth, and their hands were tied, and they were just lying on the bed. Not just that, there have been dark experiments, mental experiments done with these victims out there in that Epstein Island. There was the whole dark room experimental thing. So there's also a loophole, and there's also a speculation coming up. Was all of these scientists discussing all about those experiments and dark web things which Epstein used to do with his counterpart, or with his minor girls out there? This is what everybody has been talking about, although it has no relevance or no facts and figures. But the speculations and the pointers we have right now can nothing be unseen. This is question which is coming to all of us our head, that why was Apple CEO not there? Why was other billionaire not being a part of it? But leaving them, all of these people who were being a part of them were highly politically, motivated, and also were highly ambitious, were billionaires. Don't you think that Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Stephen Hawking, Michael Jackson, all these people were not aware of what Epstein was doing? And even after that, knowing what he was doing, even after that, they were welcoming Epstein to the party events in all of the places. Although court has said that they have not been accused of any wrongdoings out there, but Virginia, who was the main victim of the entire thing, who started this whole thing against Epstein out there, have clearly mentioned names of these culprits and all of it. Not just that, Epstein used to own Manhattan Mansion. In the manager of the Manhattan Mansion came up this whole revelation where she said that she used to see girls coming in school uniform to Epstein and having the meeting and everything. And Epstein used to give them different kind of jobs and everything. So this whole claim where we cannot really come up and accuse Stephen Hawking, but we can also not rectify his image right now in this current position. Because even though if he has not done anything wrong, what was he doing in that party? And why was he taking into consideration to going somewhere when Epstein was involved? And coming up with this whole thing that Epstein never really offered them this whole pedophilia thing is a strange and unbelievable fact for any viewers out there to believe. So mystery is mystery, but whatever has happened with these girls have been heinous enough, and these names and everything have been covered so well that you wouldn't get to know that what really happened. But the loopholes are still lying. We have told you all the facts and figures and the loopholes which were there in the cases. I hope it is clear to you now, and rest, as the case is a mystery, you are open and free to interpret anything which you find out of this entire video. That's it for today. If you like such videos, please like, share, subscribe Global Shark, and thank you for watching us. This was Shivchitranshi signing off.